100 watts charging, 120 Hz refresh rate display, 200 megapixels of camera. Sounds impressive, right? But do bigger numbers always mean better performance? Today we're gonna bust the myth that bigger is always better. I'm Ale and this is TechByAF. Let's start with cameras. A 200 megapixel sensor seems big, right? But it's not the only thing to take into account. Sensor size is the key, especially in low light conditions. Take, for example, a bigger sensor size that gives you more light, more detail, and less noise. So, not only the megapixels, but even the size of the sensor. Imagine a 20 megapixel camera instead of the 200 megapixel phone camera. In low light condition, this is way better. And not only that, because the 200 megapixel sensors make your photo way more bigger in size instead of the 20 megapixel better camera. And with the details of the 20 megapixel, the size actually matters. Next up, battery life. Take for example those cheap Chinese battery phones with 20,000 mAh batteries. And then you take a normal flagship phone with 5,000 mAh battery. And the flagship outlasts the Chinese battery phone. And this is because not only the milliampere hours make the battery last, powerful processors and bright displays often drain the battery faster. And with cheap phones, they have not optimized software, so the battery phone can't outlast the flagship phone. And to make it even clearer, we have these two plastic caps with two holes on the bottom. This has the biggest hole, and this is the battery phone that has a poor software optimization. On the other side, we have the smaller phone with 5,000 mAh battery, but a better optimization with a smaller hole. We then put some water in it, so even if you saw that the phone, so the cap, had the best battery, so more water, the cap was empty faster than the smaller cap with less water. This is like batteries. High watt charger doesn't automatically mean fast and reliable charge. In fact, cheap chargers and normal chargers with higher wattage, for example 120 watts or 240 watts, can make your phone really hot while charging. And this can reduce the total battery life of your phone. Even headphones and earbuds specs can be misleading. Take for example these two headphones. One is more premium and one is quite cheap, I guess. Wattage or drive size doesn't always matter. Even the quality of the driver and the technology inside of them is a big player in the whole headphones market. You're not only buying for the dimensions, but you're buying for what is inside, how it is equalized, and how it surrounds your ears. Dynamic range and distortion level matters way more than power. Take for example these two headphones. They have two different designs, but they both have 10 watts of power. One is could have a good dynamic range and a powerful bass and high quality sound. And one is a lot cheaper, even when you're listening to the basic stuff like gaming. And this is not only for the things that we have inside of these enclosures, it's even for the experience of the person that make this product. Even displays are full of numbers. Take for example your phones. You have an OLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. But if the display isn't that good, a very bad 120 Hz display can be worse than a good, tuned and with high dynamic range 90 Hz display. Take for example the last generation iPhones. They had 90 Hz display or even 60 Hz, and the display wasn't that worse than flagship phones. And if you compare it to cheaper phones, the iPhone were well above of them. And not only that, Take for example TVs. We have OLED TVs, we have QLED TVs, we will have mini LED TVs, but not only the technologies. We have 120Hz displays that are worse than 60Hz displays. And this is due to motion processing that can be worse in cheaper TVs, even if they are OLED. And it can happen at 120Hz, but even at 60Hz. But if the problem is well known, why they still associate bigger number with the best value? You see, our brain is highlighting those numbers as the best value that we can get, even if the differences are very little. This is the spec trap, and a lot of people are falling in this trick. The bigger number creates always a fake sense of quality. So specs may guide you, but they don't tell the full story. Please see real life reviews and some independent reviews. I'm not telling you to see all my reviews, but form your own thought. You have all the instruments. Take for example the datasheet and check for every specification. Ask to ChatGPT or search on the internet. You will find everything to form your own thought. So remember, bigger size doesn't always mean better technology. So if you are planning to make a purchase, please see every specifications and see what suits your daily life with the device. Take for example software optimization, battery efficiency and sensor size, and form your own thought. Don't fall for corporate traps. By the way, if you found this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe down here. By the way, I'm Ale and this is TechByAF, and I'll see you in the next one.